Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's another day where this Trump trade war seems to just trudge on. If we have a look at the latest news that we have coming out today, apparently Trump says that he's confident of making a very good deal with China. However, what we're seeing is that tariffs have increased. Actually, the minute the tariff trade war escalates to 245% duties, and we'll get to this in a second. But how Trump really has this ambition of making such a good trade deal remains to be seen, right? So his idea is that we're going to make a very good trade deal with China, said President Trump when he was asked if the US should be worried if his allies are getting closer to China, and he responded, no. So we already know this trade war's been going on for a long time. Again, tariff rate now looking at 245% on imported goods. Apparently a result of retaliatory actions. This comes amid Trump's meeting with the Italian Prime Minister in Washington, who said that she will be the first European leader to have a face-to-face talk with him since he slapped the tariffs on European exports and then suspended them. So he thinks he's going to make a lot of good deals. Whether that is going to come to light remains to be seen as of yet. But he believes no one can compete with the US, right? He thinks that they are going to make a good deal with China, and he thinks that he's willing to have a meeting, or China will be willing to have a meeting with the US. So really quite interesting times. Again, now looking at tariff numbers up to 245%. And you could make an argument that at this point the tariffs are meaningless, right? So essentially these are meaningless tariffs in a lot of people's eyes. Again, the concern here is, or the thought process here is, with these 200+% tariffs, is it a case of basically just a trade embargo, right? Basically, it's very difficult to make the argument that you can mark an item up nearly 300% and still have it be viable. So, again, it's essentially something that's really going to deter trade, basically drives trade up completely, you could say, because again, who's going to pay 200-300% increases for a product? Anything over like 30, 40, 50% is very likely to already drive customers away. So 100% plus, who's going to pay $200 for a $100 item, for example? It's just not going to work. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. And I know I say this a lot, but if you guys have been watching the markets right now, you know this is basically impossible to read. Very difficult to see where Trump is going, and China appears to be very steadfast in their approach, saying that they're going to fight to the end if the US insists on having substantial damage on China's rights and interests. We've seen this going on for some time now, and I'm sure you guys already know that. But this new step up to 245%, well, the question is, does it actually change anything? Or does it just essentially carry things on? Now again, a large reason for this escalation is because China suspended rare earth exports to the US, and of course China's kind of retaliatory tariffs on the US. But as said, this jump is effectively meaningless. 145% is already going to drive customers away. It's not likely to really change anything, driving it up even more. It's likely just a numbers game, and I can't really see it being any more than that. Let me know what you think to this in the comments, guys. It's really getting interesting now. We're seeing a lot of different things coming out, and of course, still a lot of uncertainty in the markets. I want to hear your opinions down below, so do let me know. Thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you soon.